Have you ever felt like your home is, well, kind of working against you? Like it's just a box you use to store your stuff? Well, today, we're going to look at a 600-year-old design philosophy from Korea that might just be the answer. We're going to break down 7 key lessons from ancient hanok principles that can absolutely transform any modern living space. Yep, even a tiny apartment, into a place that feels like it's truly breathing with you.
So, this quote, this is the very first impression from the author of our source material when they walked into a traditional Korean house, a hanok. It's not about being perfect or polished, is it? It's about a feeling. It's about memory, a sense of real life that's been lived inside those walls. And honestly, it's this deeply human quality that we're going to dig into today.
So why do we need to look so far into the past for solutions? Well, that really gets to the heart of the problem with so many of our modern homes. Okay, now what's really fascinating here is the first big lesson. Most of our homes today, they're designed around furniture layouts, to look good in real estate photos. They're basically just fancy storage boxes. Hanok design completely flips that script. It's built for people first. It's tuned to how our bodies move, how we feel, and how we connect with each other. The home is thought of as a living organism, not just a static box. I know. In a world full of glass towers and concrete everything, a 600-year-old wooden house might seem like a huge step backward. But as you're about to see, Hanok's design is surprisingly futuristic in how it thinks about efficiency, human comfort, and even sustainability. This one line from the architect in our source text, this captures the entire philosophy. And it's our second key lesson. Instead of asking, okay, where does the sofa go? The very first question is about nature. It's about light. The moment you start thinking about your home as a system that responds to the climate, everything else, your budget, your layout, even your mood, it all starts to click into place. So how do we actually use this stuff? Well, our third lesson is all about understanding the foundation of this philosophy. And it really comes down to 3 simple but super powerful pillars. And you can use these in any home. No courtyard or tiled roof needed. The first is light. In hanok design, light isn't just a utility you flick on and off. No, it's the main character of the whole show. It's all about how light enters your home, how it moves and changes throughout the day, and how that makes you feel. Which naturally leads us to the second pillar, flow. This is all about movement. How do people, air, and even energy move through the space? It's about creating paths that feel natural and easy, not like you're navigating an obstacle course in your own living room. And finally, the third pillar is all about what your home is actually made of. Material honesty. Now this goes way beyond just how things look. This is about how your home feels to the touch. The warmth of wood, the cool feel of stone, the softness of paper. It's about choosing materials that age gracefully and connect you back to the physical world. Okay, so we've got our 3 pillars: light, flow, and material honesty. Now let's see how these big ideas actually translate into real, practical things you can do. And this slide really brings the next few lessons to life. So, lesson 4 is light before luxury. It means you fiercely protect your windows from being blocked by some giant piece of furniture. The author tells this great little story where their cat literally abandoned its fancy electric heating pad to go nap in a patch of sunlight on the warm floor. I mean, that's how powerful nature is. This leads right into lesson 5, low living, which means investing in good floor insulation so the floor itself becomes a comfortable place to sit and gather. Get this, during a big neighborhood heating failure, their well-insulated hanok stayed warm for hours. That proves comfort comes from the bones of the house, not just cranking up the thermostat. And lesson 6 is all about creating flexible rooms. Instead of a guest room that sits empty 350 days a year, use things like sliding doors to create a space that can be an office, a lounge, and a bedroom all in one.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually make these calls in the real world with a real budget? That's where this toolkit comes in. This is about turning these cool ideas into a practical plan.
And here it is, our 7th and final lesson. The key takeaway here is huge. Spend your money on the invisible stuff first. This priority map is your guide. Before you even think about that fancy light fixture, you focus on safety and structure. Then you invest in the comfort systems, heating, insulation, good windows. These are the things that dramatically change how our house feels, but they're a huge pain to change later. Layout and storage come next. Only then do you get to the materials you actually touch every day. And last, dead last, comes the decor that you can easily swap out next year anyway. And here's something you can literally do today, a 1-day hanok design audit. It's so simple. In the morning, you just walk around and map out the light and air in your home. In the afternoon, pay attention to how you move. Where do you get stuck? What areas just feel stressful? And then in the evening, you focus on touch and mood. What surfaces are you interacting with, and how do they actually feel? This simple little audit gives you a totally personalized roadmap for making a change.
So at the end of the day, all these principles, light, flow, materials, even the budget priorities, they're all pointing toward one emotional goal. It's about creating a home that really feels alive.
And in Korean culture, there's this beautiful word for this feeling, jeong. It's this deep, warm attachment that builds up over time through shared experiences. It's that feeling of community and loyalty. And hanok design, really, at its very heart, is about creating a physical space that allows jeong to grow and flourish.
So ultimately, this isn't about having the perfect wooden beams or fancy paper doors. It's about making it easier to connect. To hear someone laughing in the other room while you cook. To find a quiet, sunny corner for a cup of tea. The design is supposed to serve the relationships that live inside it.
The best homes aren't static showrooms. They inhale and exhale with the rhythms of your day. They're like partners in your life. So the question to ask yourself is this: is your home breathing with you, or is it holding its breath?